So in today's video, I'll be walking you through everyday productivity tools that I personally use that helps me get stuff done, that helps me to be productive or to just help me do basic things, with ease. I have quite a number of them, so I'll be walking you through them one by one. Some of them are very basic everyday tools, and some are probably tools you've not heard of. So I'll be walking you through them tools, applications, websites, platforms, different things. I'll just go ahead and just start sharing. So welcome and let's get started. So the very first tool that I want to talk about today is Gmail. I'm not sure right now there's anyone out there that probably does not have or watching this video that probably doesn't have like an email address. Of course, there are lots of service providers for this kind of service. There's Yahoo, Google has Outlook. Microsoft has Outlook, and there's just a lot of services out there, both free and paid. But for me, I personally choose Gmail and maybe Google products in general because of the ease of use and how they're able to just create like an ecosystem around different tools and then put them in one place, making it easy for you to use, switch and do different things. So Gmail for me is like the OG, the number one guy, that helps you your basic communication, everything you have to do with email, and it's free. Like the basic one you have to use is free. It's very easy to use and it has a lot of services integrated to it. Like I'll also be talking about some of the services as we go along. So number one for me is Gmail. The very first next one I want to talk about, number two, which is also a Google product, is Google Drive. If you're like me, storage is a big deal. And then also not just storage, ability to access your storage whenever and wherever you are is also like a big deal for me. So for me, Google Drive gives me that ability to just have my different files, my different folders, videos, application, anything I want my documents, I just put them in Google Drive and then I can access them anywhere I want. They give you like 15 gig, like you see mine here is almost full. It's actually been full a couple of times and I'm just yet to pay for to upgrade to the paid service, but they give you up to 15 gig. This might take you a while if you don't store videos, a lot of videos in your Google Drive. If your laptop or your local system is full, you can upload some of your documents, things you always want to access while you're on the move or in different places. You can upload them to your Google Drive. You can create your documents here as well. If you use Excel, Google Sheets is there for you. PowerPoint, Google Slides helps you do that. You can create forms here, and then this is like Microsoft Word where you can type all your documents. I actually prefer this in the sense that once I create it, I can access it anywhere I want. So even if you forgot your system, you didn't travel with your system, or you're somewhere you don't have your system, as long as you have access to the internet, you could just go and then retrieve your document. So Google Drive for me is very important. I prefer this to carrying my hard drive or flash drive anywhere I go. The next product I want to talk about is also related, or a Google product as well, is Google Calendar. If you're like a busy person, a busy professional, I don't know how you manage your life, but Google Calendar for me does all that, in the sense that like I get to schedule all my meetings and then you just share the link with whoever you want to share the link or you want to have in a meeting, or just set reminders. You can see on mine here I have reminders, I have tasks I have to do, I have birthdays I don't want to forget. You can include your holidays and then just whatever you want to schedule. This helps me. And how this works is that once it's maybe you can send notifications for this, so that once it's probably maybe like this meeting time, it notifies you. You could configure it. Do you want to be reminded 1 hour to this event, or 30 minutes to this event, 15 minutes. You can configure all that. Do you want it to chime in your phone? Do you want it to send you an email reminder? You can configure all that in Google Calendar. I find it very effective and very useful. It's they have a Google Meet here. Is integrated into this tool where you can just directly create a meeting here, and then you can just click here to have your meeting, just like you do like a Zoom service. So I find this very useful as well. The very next tool I want to talk about is Slack. If you work in maybe in a development team in IT, I think this is probably like the most popular tool that developers or people in tech, like to use to as a means of communication. Like it's like WhatsApp, but for work, and for tech stuff, work conversations. It has ability for you to, let's say you're working on different projects for different companies. In this era of remote work, people tend to work for different companies, or you're working on different projects. You can easily just switch on Slack, switch to different companies and different projects. And you have all your work colleagues. It has a lot of integration. You can talk to them, schedule meetings, share files. You can integrate it with Google or whatever service you want. You can integrate it with Jira, which is like a project management tool. A lot of things you can do with this, and it's actually very useful and very effective. It has like a call function, where you can have meeting or maybe audio or visual meetings with whoever you want. I find this very useful as well. The next tool I want to talk about is a tool called Evernote. So Evernote is like like the name implies, it's like a notepad, but it's like a very super useful notepad. Notepad that can do much more. It's like a blend of notepad and documents, but very handy and very easy to use. So I find this very useful. I take all my notes here. I don't have to carry like a notepad around, or I don't have to carry like a writing material. I can always pop up my notepad and then document anything I want to document. It has a lot of integrated features. I can save images here. I can scan documents and save here. I can write. It has ability, like you can draw in it. You can sketch things. This is like my every year this way, like I plan a daily plan. I can say I've been using this like since 2008 and earlier than that. So it's a very useful tool. You can see images here to tell you that you can save screenshots, and it's actually very flexible, and it allows you to create very wonderful things, and it's online. You can access this anywhere, and they have like a mobile app on your phone that you can also use to reach this platform anytime and anywhere you want. So I find this very useful. I've been using it for a very long time. It's very handy. I store things here, I draft things here, I plan things here. I sometimes these are like screenshots I use for presentations. This is very useful. Somewhere here I have like my church notes. Each time I'm in church I have all my messages, the messages I listen to. I have like a very long one where I document all the messages I've been listening to. If I'm taking notes in church, I'm writing it in here, and I have stuff for years. I can always access it in one place. I don't have to use like a notebook where it gets filled, or maybe it gets missing. This is online, and I can access it anywhere or everywhere I go. So this is very useful for me. Okay, so the next tool I want to talk about is Google Podcast. Yes, Google Podcast. So I'm actually like a very lazy reader. Right after my master's program, I found myself struggling each time I want to read. I struggle to pick up a book, but I'm someone that I like to learn every day. So my go-to place was Google Podcast. Apple has their own version, Apple Podcast, which I use as well. There's Audible, which is like a platform owned by Amazon, where you can have access to millions of books and then you can listen to them online. So but the one I use mostly is Google Podcast, in the sense that you can literally learn anything you want on this platform. I've learned so much from listening to podcasts and probably all the books I've read in my life put together. Learned so much about business, American history. This one right here, Darknet Diary, is like my favorite podcast, where they drill into details of what happens in the dark web, hack stories. I recommend these guys to Wandry. They do very awesome podcasts. American Scandal is also one of my favorite. Like you can literally learn a lot. Business War is also one I've actually gone through, like I follow closely. They talk about all the businesses you can think of, all the popular brands, and how they were able to fight each other to gain the highest market share. You can see here Target versus Walmart. There's something on Nike versus Adidas. This is Crypto Wars, and these are very detailed, well documented podcasts. You learn a lot from this. There's also like news stations. You have CNN, ABC, Al Jazeera, all you can think of. So all those guys are here. Literally access to everything and anything. I use this a lot when I wake up in the morning. These are like the first ones I go to just get like news summary across the world. Go to RT, BBC, Al Jazeera, and then there's ABC here for the American news. There's Tech News Briefing, Daily Crunch, Tech Crunch. Just there's endless things you can learn from these guys in a very short while. Related to this is the very next tool I want to talk about, which is called the Blinkist. This is probably this one has the free version. It also has the subscription version. I think this is probably like the most expensive subscription I've ever done in a year. I can't remember. I think the yearly subscription is probably like maybe like $80-$90 thereabouts. But like I told you earlier, like I'm a very lazy reader, but what Blinkist does is that they take books, best-selling books, popular books, the books you haven't heard of, and then they sort of summarize those books into what they call blinks. Okay, so if you listen to a blink on a particular book, they just take the juicy parts, the important message of the book, and then they put it in a short form where you can easily listen to on the go. Okay, so with this, what this helps you do, like in a few months, maybe this year already, I've done like 90 something books. I'll find it very difficult to pick up, to actually buy almost 100 books and then to read them. I have a lot of books I've had for 2-3 years now that I've bought, but I haven't been able to read. But on this platform, guys, like this book is probably summarized into 18, 19, 13 minutes, and you just get the most important message in that book, and then off you go. So this is one of my go-to learning places when I'm taking walks, when I'm at the gym, if I'm not listening to podcasts, I'm on Blinkist, just gathering all this information. I've gone through all these books, I've read all these books you've seen here, I've listened to them, and if there are like specific ones I find super interesting, I might go ahead and actually order the hard copy of the book, and then maybe probably read it myself, or nice to have. So this is a very useful tool for me, very useful. I'm here every day. I'm here every day. I'm here reading stuff, learning stuff, reading books. These are the ones I'm currently listening to that I've gone halfway. I'm yet to finish these 3 ones. I think this one talks about how to raise kids, This one talks about leadership, and then this one talks about innovation. Just random stuff, you probably will never think of on your own, but you'll find materials for them here. So on to the next tool. The next tool is a fun one, BitSleep by Lightstrix. I like to travel, and when I travel, or when you travel, you take a lot of pictures and you make a lot of videos. I find it very hard to spam people and maybe post 20 videos, pictures at once. So what BitSleep does is that you could literally just go, as you can see, upload tons of pictures and videos into this application, and then just choose a song. Choose, there are tons of songs there, you choose one, and it was like AI will do. So they will just collate your pictures, create it into a very nice form video, with really nice effect, create it into maybe 30-second or 1 minute clip for you, which you can easily post. I find it very, very useful. I tried it out and I've liked it. I've used it for years now. I'm really considering switching to the paid version because I like it. I like the tool. It creates really cool stuff that you can post on social media. So that's BitSleep by Lightstrix. This is their logo. You can find them on App Store. The very next one is a very basic and very obvious tool, YouTube. Yeah, so YouTube is like encyclopedia of everything, of every video, anything you can think of. It's both a tool for learning and for entertainment, for whatever you can think of. There's a video on everything and anything on YouTube. You just search for it, you find it. So I find this very useful. You have any question in your head, why is this happening? What's happening in the US? What's happening with the economy? Specific people you follow, you want to follow the news, you're watching for entertainment. Literally everything you want is on YouTube. So it's one tool. Like I'm here every day. Maybe when I'm working, when I'm doing stuff, you could just play this on side, put on your headphones, and then you're good to go. You're learning something is playing. This is some guy that I listen to a lot, Kingsley Okonkwo. He's very sound when it comes to relationships and marriage and stuff. I totally recommend him and the wife, Mildred. So just whatever topics that interest you, YouTube has it. I don't need to overflog this. I'm sure you know YouTube already. The next tool too is a very obvious one, WhatsApp. WhatsApp. I know a lot of people don't like, maybe some people don't use WhatsApp, maybe security consent and stuff. But I think most of my family, people in my circle, friends, and literally everyone has WhatsApp. So it's just like you go to a place that's literally all your contact is collated in one place, and like it's easy for you to reach everyone you want to reach. So I find it very handy. I find it very useful. It's like a go-to communication thing for me, everyday kind of tool. My mom is here, my friends, my colleagues, everyone is here. So it's a great tool. I don't have to overflog this as well. The next tool is Canva. Yeah, I know probably everyone knows and uses Canva. For me, this is like I see Canva as a studio, where I come to do everything media, everything creative. It has a lot of tools, a lot of features, as you can see highlighted here. You can create documents here, you can do presentations here, all your social media, you can create videos, print products, like everything can be done here. So as you can see here, like I have a lot of tools, a lot of things. That most of my YouTube videos, I create them here in Canva. I do all the stories, I put them together here and output here, and then it goes straight to YouTube. These are all videos that you can find on my channel that I've created. Canva is very handy, and they have all these templates too that you can use. I've used it for some really nice presentations as well. They have the correct aspect ratio for whatever platform you want to post to. This for Facebook posts, you want for Instagram reel. You don't want when maybe you record videos and you post and then some text, some things are being cut out of the screen. So if it's TikTok video you're making, you just come here, you go use the template for it, and then create videos. There are samples there that you can use as well. I find this very handy. I use it mostly for my YouTube content creation. These are templates you can easily just modify and create what you want. These are free ones you can use. Just create what you want in split seconds. If someone's birthday, you just change their pictures here and then you're ready in 5 seconds. So yeah, the opening screen that I used for this presentation, which I eventually export as my thumbnail, I did it in Canva. And this is it. Very useful tool for me. Now I want to talk about money. So for money management on a regular for everyday use, I use this guy called Revolut. It's very popular out there in Europe and also in America. It's like the easiest to use kind of banking applications. If you have people in your contacts, you can pay them, you can create accounts and just send money to someone's phone number, and then they receive if they have this app. It's very useful to use. You can split your bill. Maybe you went out eating with someone and then you want to share the bill, you can just make a request on the app, and then they get the notification, and then they remit, they pay you. I use it for like my everyday utility shopping, then also like a lot of rewards and everything integrated in it. You can shop and then make some savings. I find it very simple to use, and that's why I use this guy, Revolut. Also, talking about money, another tool I'll totally recommend, or another platform, is TransferWise. I forgot to mention that Revolut allows you to keep accounts in different currencies. Whatever currency you want, Revolut allows you. Wise does that as well. You can literally create accounts in whatever currency of the world that you want, and you can keep several accounts. As you can see here on this screen, this is euro. You can keep accounts in euro, in pounds, in dollars. Like, there's no limit to how many accounts or how many currencies you can keep here. And then if you want someone to transfer, you want someone to pay into the account, it generates, or it has an account number attached to every attached to every currency, and then you can easily just give the account to someone, and then they can send money to you internationally. If you do any form of business or online international transactions, I'll totally recommend this platform. You can do currency exchange here. You can move money from one currency to the other. You can switch and just a lot of things. If you need a card, they can send to you. On the app too, you can also create a virtual card that you can use the number to check out or buy things. If I have friends maybe in Nigeria or in Canada that's on whatever country, and they need to maybe pay for something and maybe their card is not allowed, I can just create a virtual card in Wise and then send them the card details, and then you can pay for whatever they want. So I find this very, very useful. Also, still on payment, PayPal. I don't have to overflog this one. I think literally everyone knows and have PayPal. Some of these tools I mentioned previously, Revolut, TransferWise, people may not know or have the apps, but PayPal is probably one of the most popular payment services or platforms in the world. So I super recommend that you should have a PayPal account. It makes it easy to send money across the world in different currencies, to transfer, to get payments for services, for goods, whatever you want to do. You can use PayPal. They have the personal one, and then they have the business. Choose the business one. You might be asked to provide a lot of documentations before you get approval to actually use the account. You need a lot of business documentations if you want to open a business account. So onto the next tool. The next tool I want to talk about is Upwork. This is one tool I have used for many years and I still use it daily. So Upwork is a platform where companies all over the world, individuals, they come here and post jobs and also look for talents and skilled persons to carry out different tasks for them. So you can come here to find work, full-time work, side hustles. If you're moonlighting, you can come here and find a lot of things to do. I've actually done a lot of jobs here, mostly software testing jobs. I test for a lot of companies. I find most of my jobs, most of my gigs here. So it's actually a good platform. The owners of the platform, Upwork, they are kind of no nonsense kind of people. They're very serious on this platform. They hold you responsible, they hold the recruiters responsible. So after the job, they have to vet, make sure nobody's cheated before maybe they release the money. It's sort of like an escrow service. You can find all kinds of jobs that you're looking for, any skill, any talent. You will definitely find something here to do. You can search by country, that can make it easier. Maybe you live in a particular country and you just want to cut the chase. You could just search for jobs in a particular region that you're located, and then you just see what's available in that region for you to do. So it's really good. Even when you have a full-time job, you can always have something here you can do on the side, and they pay you. Either have a wallet service here where you can keep your money and you can move it to your local bank account or to PayPal and then spend it wherever you want. So I totally recommend this. Both skill and jobs that don't need much skills, like data entry jobs, customer care, anything you can think of, you can find it here. I totally recommend this if you're looking for ways to make extra money on the side. So that's Upwork. The next tool I want to talk about is Udemy. So this is one learning platform that I've used for quite a while now. It's so rich. It's so rich. I can't I can't really say it enough or explain it. Like everything you want, whatever course you want to take, you can literally get, like a full degree from here, from this platform. The lectures are very detailed. You can learn anything and anything you want. Let's say check how to make money, for instance. See, like lots of courses popping up already, on ways or things you can do to make money, or they actually teach you about how to make money. Let's say I want to do some stuff like Linux classes. I could just search this and it returns a lot of courses I can take. There are actually some courses that are free. You can filter. There's a filter somewhere that you can use to check courses that are free. Here in price, here. So here you can find whatever course you want. You can see free ones that you can actually take. So I totally recommend this. This is like my private account. I actually haven't used this for a while because I'm using like the business edition of this. Where I work, we have like this Udemy business one where like the company pays, and then you can access all the resources you want for free. But the one I'm showing you right now is like my personal account. You can see these are all the courses I've been taking. These are the ones I've not finished that I just stopped halfway, and then I'll probably come back to them or something. So it's a very rich platform. You can learn any skill you want, any professional skill, any like casual skill. Udemy is a platform. Like I said, you could get a full-time degree from this very platform. it is very, 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 very rich. The next tool I want to talk about that I also use is VidIQ. So if you're doing social media, if you're doing YouTube, for instance, and then this tool sort of gives you an edge above every other person in terms of its functionality, in terms of the things that you can do with it. So as you can see here, it has a lot of menu and a lot of things you can do here. So for instance, like one of my channels is connected to this, and it's showing me the stats of my channels, tracking my monetization and all that. It gives you daily ideas, and it does like an analysis of your channel, the kind of content you post, and then it gives you daily ideas. Every day it gives you different ideas and topics that you can actually post on your channel, and it shows you how competitive that particular topic or channel is. It shows you, like this one, how I found secret Facebook ad targeting. It tells you like that's very high. Sorry, I'm out of there. I think I clicked. Yeah, it tells you that that's very high. If you do this, you get a lot of views. It has a lot of other tools you can use. It has an AI content generator. You can literally type a caption here and go ahead and it creates a video for you. But I think when I tried this, the videos are actually like very short, but it's something you can use. Maybe you want to create shorts, or you're interested in making 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes kind of video. This guy is very good. You just type whatever topic you want, and then click go, and then it generates the video, creates the video ready to download for you. It gives you keywords. If you do YouTube, you know that keywords SEO is like really big deal, so you could maybe have keywords in your head. You want to you're trying to create a video on a particular topic, let's say how to make money online, for instance. I can check this keyword here, and it tells me how viable. It analyzes this keyword and tell me how viable this keyword currently is. So you can see how like the search volume of this thing actually searched entered here, how to make money online. So this is very high search volume. That's 1.7 million. The competition is medium. I think anything that's from green down is really, really good, and it goes ahead to break down the different keywords into terms that actually match them, and then gives you like overall score for it. This analysis, with all this green, then it literally means that this topic is a good topic to create a video on, or a title to caption your video. Then you can also based on that keyword, these are like the top questions people are searching on YouTube that's related to this keyword. You can literally copy all this and then put them in your video metadata and tags, and this helps you rank very, very well. If you have channels, you're modeling your channel after that, you want to check how the channels are doing, or follow them, know what they're doing differently, you can add that channel here, and then you can do all the analysis that you want here, and then know what they're doing, and if you should pivot and go that route. It analyzes your videos, your subscribers. I won't dwell much on that. SEO, like literally there's a lot it does here. AI coach, I use this inside YouTube. This literally can help you suggest like titles for your video. You can ask this question. It's sort of like a mini chat GPT. Can help suggest titles, write descriptions for your video, and all that. So this is really good if you're doing YouTube. VidIQ is really good. It has a free, and then there's a paid version. Try the paid version. It gives you a bunch of several other tools that doesn't come with the free version, but it's really good. Even the free version is actually very, very good. I also know there are tools out there that are actually free. You might want to try them out if you don't want to pay for this, because this can get up to probably like $40-50 monthly subscription. So if that's too pricey for you, you can find there's some free tools, or you let me know, I can also help you look for some tools. The next tool I want to talk about is the very one everyone knows and probably uses, Twitter. I use this every day. It's probably like my favorite social media tool, in the sense that I find Twitter to be very cerebral. A lot of intellectual persons find this as your, regards Twitter as their go-to social media space. So you can literally follow a whole lot of persons, here, follow issues, follow organizations, literally pick the minds of, like your favorite persons. I think right now Elon Musk is trying to change the name from Twitter to X, which I actually don't I don't like, but it's not my company. So yeah, Twitter, it's good. Like you can follow trends, you can follow issues, make sure you follow sensible people, so you don't get fed with junk and stuff. Like these are like things that are trending in Nigeria right now. You can choose whatever country you want and then just follow the news there, whatever people are talking about in that part of the world. So I find this very useful. I find this like a very, very good tool to use, Twitter. And meanwhile, if you're on Twitter, please try and follow me. This is my handle, Kesiswaga. Thank you. The next social media I want to talk about, or the next tool, is social media tool as well, is Instagram. I feel no matter how busy and whatever you do, you should have a fun side, and Instagram actually provides you with their platform to maybe express a fun side. Everyone takes pictures. You probably have a lot of pictures sitting in your phone. It gives you the platform to actually post them. If you travel, if you do a lot of fun stuff, it's a very good platform for you to post your pictures. I use it every day. I get a lot of inspiration. People use it for business as well, but I don't run the business side of it. But if you happen to be an influencer here, like this is like a huge opportunity, and you can make a lot of money from influencing. But for me, it's just the fun side. I travel and I take pictures just sitting there in my phone. I find it as a platform to express myself or to just show my fun side. So I recommend Instagram. The next tool I want to talk about is Amazon, specifically Amazon Prime. I think everyone should try to have Amazon Prime, in the sense that apart from the fact that you get your items delivered immediately, like the next day or something, like you don't have to wait long for it. It also comes with all these options that you can watch a lot of movies and TV shows and endless, songs you can listen to. But for me, it's basically for the quick delivery. Basically for quick delivery.
I'm not sure I understand.
Sorry about that. Basically, like the quick delivery, I get from this, and then a lot of other additional benefits that comes with Prime. If you're interested in books as well, you have access to probably like a Kindle books that you can read for free. All this come with Prime. You don't have to pay for music with TV. All that come with Prime. I think there's this thing that once you create a new account, they give you like a 30-day free trial, and it gives you access to all this. You can actually try it out, and if you like it, if it's something you like, then you can extend the subscription, or you could just create another new account and then get another 30 days. And I totally recommend Amazon Prime. Also, entertainment related, Netflix. I think everyone should have a Netflix subscription. Maybe not Netflix, but just have a streaming service. That's basically it. Because sometimes if you just want to relax, watch a nice movie, watch a documentary, just you have kids, entertainment, you want to cut down all the time you have to go out to go to the cinema, you just want to relax at home, have like a streaming service that you can pay and you can watch, all whatever you want. There are Netflix, there are a lot of other ones that you can pay. I think I have about 3 or 4 of those different streaming services, so I recommend you have one of them. Another tool I use daily that I totally recommend everyone should have is the Bible app. Like I said earlier on, most of these tools, they have the mobile version, and I actually use the mobile versions more than I use the web version. One of such applications is the Bible. If you're a Christian, this is something you should definitely have. I have the U version on my phone, and then I also use this to read online. You should read your Bible every day as a good Christian. Like the U version app, it has like daily devotional that you have to read, just like within 5-10 minutes to just share a short message for the day. It's actually very good. It has Bible plans that you can read all through the year, like personal study and stuff. I totally recommend you reading the Bible. If you're not reading the Bible, if you don't have God in your life, I don't know what you're doing with your life. So yeah, I also do totally recommend the Bible app. This one is really good. You could just type in the portion that you want, and then you can try different versions of that portion, read it in different. Let's say I want to look at Psalm 90, for instance. This is NLT. I could change this to maybe New King James. There's an option for you to maybe compare the scriptures, different versions. So it's a good tool, it's a good app for you to have in your phone. All right, so moving from the Word of God. So we're coming from spiritual protection, protecting yourself with the Word of God, to protecting your digital assets, protecting yourself, online. So Tor is a good browser that's good if you're security conscious, if you take your security serious. Tor is a browser that you should have. Like it says here, that protects you from every form of tracking, every form of surveillance. If you just want to browse, use the internet without leaving trails, and no one can maybe go through, see your browsing history, and maybe see your entire footprint on the internet, Tor is a good browser for you to use. It has mobile versions you can install in your phone for Android phone, iPhone, Mac OS, Windows, whatever you want. Tor is it for you. You can also use it to access the dark web. If you're interested in accessing the dark web, you can use regular browsers like Chrome, Safari, and Edge to access the dark web. Tor gives you access to the dark web if that's something you're interested in. There are a lot of other good browsers like this, security browsers that are very privacy conscious. Brave is also one of them. I have this as well. I have this in my phone. I have this in my system as well. It's also like a very good tool if you're conscious of your online safety and all that. With this, nobody can track you online. Nobody can maybe possibly steal your information. These are like some of the things it protects you against: unwanted ads, things like cross-site trackers, applications tracking you and checking all what you're doing online. This guy protects you from all that. So moving on from that, another tool I think you should have in your phone is the weather app. Whatever weather app you want to have in your phone, that's fine. But for me, I personally like this guy, AccuWeather, because I just like the way they sort of break down the weather. You can literally tell you what will happen in the next minute, in the next 5-10 minutes. So it just helps you plan yourself very, very well. You could type in your location. If you install it in your device, it picks your location automatically, but you can also type in the location, like right now I'm recording this from Dublin, so that's why it's picking up location. This one feature I like so much about it is real feel. Literally what this means is that it tells you that the temperature is going to be 18 degrees, but it's actually going to feel like 15 degrees. So if you're planning, you should actually plan for 15 degrees, because even though it's 18, by the time you factor in wind and other conditions, it will actually feel on your skin like 15 degrees. It breaks down depending on your location. Like I said, like if you're in your states, it shows you different cities, different areas, and how the weather is going to be for that day. Let's say I want to drill down to Dublin, for instance. So this is what I was telling you about. You can literally see for today, you can see hourly, daily forecast, and it has minutes cast that can show you like what will literally happen in the next minute. And it goes ahead here to break down what the weather will look like. It tells me it's going to it's raining now, and the rain will end in the next 9 minutes. Guys, this is super useful. If you wanted to go out, or you want to plan your day, if you want to know how to dress, pick your outfit for the day, this is totally recommended, to tell you how to how the day is going to feel like, and how you should plan for the day. See all this information. You can check the hourly forecast like I mentioned to you. See that? This is what will happen by 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 9 p.m. It breaks it down, air quality and everything. I think you should have a weather app on your phone. Totally helps you plan yourself and plan your day. Moving from the weather app, we are going to like a travel planner. If you're someone that travels, I like to travel, so I totally need to have one of these on my phone. I use Booking.com the most, but you just really don't have to use this. You could just get whatever tool that works for you. But me, I use Booking.com. From here I can book my hotel, book my flight. If I need a car, I pick up car from the airport. I can get it booked here, or maybe car around the city, I can get it booked here. Things to do in the city, sightseeing, the attractions in the city, you could plan for it, get it sorted here. Airport taxis to pick you from the airport. You can do all this in one place, and you have to manage it in one place, so I don't have to go to the hotel site, book there, go to another site, book for the flights, go to another site, book for the car company, and then book for the sightseeing and stuff. I can do all that in one place. So this is like my very next trip. This is where I'm going. I've already booked the flights and the tickets inside here, so I could just see it here. If I maybe want to see my trip history, I can see it inside here. It gives me the different cities and then suggestions. It's quite handy. I find it very, very useful. And from time to time they throw in some incentives to just make you book the more, maybe give you coupons and stuff. This is the last trip I took. I went to Santander in Spain, and this is the hotel I stayed. I did all that here. These are like my maybe recent trips. So this is really, really handy. I totally recommend like a travel app to help you plan, your entire trip in one place. The next tool you should have on your device, or especially like a mobile device, is Zoom. I think after COVID, literally most companies either they use Zoom, or they use Google Meet, or they use the Microsoft one, forgotten the name now. So you should just have one of this in your phone, because sometimes it could just be on the move and you have to be in a meeting. You can easily just click on your phone and then you join whatever meeting it is. So try to have one meeting app on your phone. Zoom is recommended, or if you're big on Google, there's Google Meet, that comes with your Gmail. You can use that as well. It's in your Gmail and is in your Google Calendar. Moving from the meeting app, I'm not sure a lot of people would know this, or you might know. It's basically for entertainment. There are several varieties of this in the market, but I think this is the one. This is the first one I tried, and I just got stuck with it. So what this does is that it gives you access to literally most paid TV services in the world. Most of these streaming services, you can find all the channels here. It's like a Fire Stick, but probably like a cracked version of it. You can literally just install this on your smart TV, and then you have access to literally every TV station in the world, if I can put it that way. You just need to go to a particular select the country, and then all the TV stations listed in that country or in that country is listed, and you can go and watch. So even if you're living in Europe and then you're Chinese, you want to watch a local TV station in China, there's a high probability that you find it here. And if you have good internet, you can stream and watch everything you want, smoothly. But I think if your internet is not good, you might experience some buffering, and it breaks from time to time. But I totally enjoy this, and I recommend it, especially if you have a smart TV. You can work on your device, as you can see here, from Android, iOS. Just install this. Some might need you to pay a token, but trust me, they are really, really very small. Very, very cheap. Probably. If you want to do like a Netflix subscription, the money you pay for maybe Netflix for a month, you could pay for this for a year or two, and you have access to all these things. You should have this in your device. You can watch TV on the move, you can watch from your home. I recommend this guy. From entertainment to something about your brain. I'm sure a lot of people will not know this tool, but I have this tool. I have it installed in my phone. So it's just like a vocabulary app. Every day it does little things that just give you a word. This is what tool I use to improve my vocabulary. Every day could give you a word and then meaning of that particular word. So I'm very big on learning something every day. So even if it's like learning a new word every day, it's actually very good. So with this app, I'm able to learn new words every day. It's actually like a game, but it's designed in such a way that you can learn words, different words, that like word games, a lot of things you can do here. But the idea is to improve your vocabulary. You can see some words here and then what it means. It has different ways for you to practice. You can take short tests and exams to just check yourself and see how good your English is. It's actually very, very engaging, and it has like this ranking system where you can take tests and then see how you perform, how you rank against other people using this app from other parts of the world. I like it so much. I learned from this guy a lot. I configured in such a way that every day it just pops up one word, and then it tells me what that word is, the meaning and how to use the word and everything. So this is very good. If you use this in a long while, there's no way your vocabulary will not be improved. There are a lot of them out there, but this is just the one I use. There will be a lot of other tools. It's free. I don't pay for it. There are lots of other tools, but you should have something like this in your phone. One other thing you should also have in your phone is maybe like a form of gaming or the other. It's not every time serious work, and sometimes I just want to relieve stress. You might just be bored, or maybe in long transits or something, or just waiting long for something. You should have like a game in your phone to just pass time. For me personally, I like racing games, so I have one racing game in my phone. Try as possible not to get something that's too addictive, else you just find yourself spending too long. Spending too long, playing the game. So, but I like racing games, so I have these things installed on my phone. Just one of them that I enjoy so much. If I find another one I find more interesting, another game, I'll have to uninstall this one and then switch to that one, because I just don't want to have a lot of them. So I don't spend so much time playing games. But I totally recommend you have one game in your phone. Whatever you enjoy, Candy Crush, whatever sails your boat, just get one of this. It's good for distraction and to pass time. Another tool I'll totally recommend that you have in your device or on your phone is a translation app. I travel, and sometimes I find myself in countries I don't speak my primary language, which is English. You might need this to survive. You go to some places and then there's zero English, everything is written in their language. You find it hard to communicate. With Google Translate, you can either type the text in English and get it to translate to whatever language that is, and then they can now give the phone to the person you want to communicate with, and maybe like a taxi driver, and then they read it and they understand what you're trying to say. Some of them has like integrated with a camera, so maybe you enter a store and then you don't understand what's written, or you pick up a product and you can't read the label. You can take a picture of it. You can take a picture of the label, and then this will be able to translate whatever is written in that label to your primary language, and then you'll be able to understand. So I totally recommend this. You have a translation app in your phone. I know we've gone through a lot of apps already, and I really want to stop this video because it's probably taking too long. Just before we go, the last app you should have, I think this is probably like the most popular app right now. It's ChatGPT. You can have the web version or the mobile, the app version in your phone, or just try to access it in whatever way. Why I particularly like to have this is like having maybe like an AI in your pocket. It's like having an assistant in your pocket. It's like having a mini Google or better than Google in your pocket, a robot that can literally do or answer anything. You never can tell when you need this. Maybe something comes up, a question, you need to quickly research something. Instead of going to Google where you have to be jumping from one site to the other, I can just quickly type it in here in ChatGPT, and then it just gives you whatever answer you want. Maybe you and you can actually these days there's this thing called jailbreak, where you can actually manipulate ChatGPT to give you whatever response to do things that it wasn't able to do before. I have a video on my channel on solely on jailbreak. You can go check that out if you want. But you can see here that these are like different tones, that you can use to get ChatGPT to give you a response. Maybe you want the response to sound professional. You can just tell it, "Hi ChatGPT," in your query, in your input, to tell it, "ChatGPT, I wanted to use a professional tone to give me this response. What do you think about XYZ? Or how should I react in XYZ situation?" There's literally nothing you can ask ChatGPT and you'll be able to answer. I totally recommend this. It's like a personal assistant that knows everything. You having that in your pocket or having that at every time is actually very good. So guys, sorry this video is a bit too long, but I hope you picked up a tool or two from here that you can add to your artillery of tools. So I know there are a lot of tools that I've left out. Maybe there are other tools that you use in your daily day-to-day for productivity or for whatever purpose. If there are like cool tools out there you want to share, please just put it in the comment section and let me know. I'm eager to learn a lot of other tools. I know there are other tools out there that probably I've not maybe heard or used. I would be interested in trying out. Just let me know in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.